In the name of God, the knower of subtleties, the acknowledging one. The first function of communication is for the detection of danger and reward in the environment and to alert the environment of one's own presence. The danger in the environment can be subtle or obvious when it communicates its presence. The rewards in the environment can be subtle or obvious when it communicates its presence. The man has a presence that communicates to the environment things about him. This is the first purpose of communication, to learn and teach about the environment. Communication in a very sophisticated and technological manner is the characteristic that puts man in a status far exceeding the life of animals. The difference of man and animal is not the thumb finger. It is the capacity for language that makes men powerful in this world. Therefore, the capacity for language and communication with the environment is the characteristic that weak men do not possess. The freedom to communicate is the foremost virtue of any constitution of free men in a country. Men must be free to talk, free to stand among each other freely talking, if they are truly free men. True life in the natural world is made up of men who are independent of others to communicate. Communication is a natural freedom of man. When communication between men is disrupted, it is an attack on the freedom of man. The natural world never limits communication because it is a natural power of man to communicate for the navigation of the environment. Man is given natural freedom to navigate his environment, to explore, roam, freely walking upon all of this world. And therefore, any limitation of his capacity for communication is an imposition upon his natural freedom. We must never appoint a man power or control over the ability of others to communicate in the environment. No one man is greater than two men, and no two men are greater than three men. Surely a group of three men should never have one among them to control the other two. It is unnatural and clearly a perversion. Who is one man to control another man? A father can control a child. Men should never control other men. It is unnatural to this world. The world is naturally made of men who are born free. The purpose of communication is to increase knowledge about the environment and to learn things about the environment which will make your memory more powerful. Using language for communication is similar to programming a calculator. Language is used to calculate the features of the environment like a computer processor and to complete a calculation about the environment. Memory is the result of all calculations that are generated from communications in the environment. The highest virtue of language is to use communication to increase the social organization. Adam was given language by God to name all things, and this knowledge was praised by angels. Shaitan answered that he would sabotage all efforts of men in spite of the ability of men to use language about the environment. A liar is a man who attempts to block communication. This is why Shaitan is named the father of lies. All men who live a life of lies have a memory system which cannot make correct calculations about the environment. This is a man who is unsuccessful in gaining a true status in the environment. Often he is a restless man because he is aware his miscalculations can be dangerous to his life. His poor ability to calculate put him in a heightened state of alert about his potential to be in error. A man of lies walks a path of error in the environment. He is dysfunctional and a bad navigator. Liars are disoriented. You will understand that liars have no peace because they have an unrestful manner of communication in the world. If you follow the directions of the liar, it will lead to misdirection. This is the story of why liars can't navigate the environment. The liars sit in the street and wait for people to walk into the trap that the liar has built. The liar waits for you to fall into his trap because he needs to stop you from traveling to a destination. The liar is at war with your success at reaching the destination. and this is why he does not want you to be free to walk this earth. This is written December 5, 2022 by Catherine L. Wan. Allahu Akbar.